Because you're a good plumber doesn't mean you're gonna be a good business owner. And for example, like right now, when it's the weekends, I answer the phone calls because if you call the company, it goes to me. The customer, this lady was like, "Oh, my garbage disposal is not working," blah 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 blah, and I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Oh, it just doesn't work right now. If it would work, if the all the stuff would drain," and I was like, 90% of the time, it's probably the fucking garbage disposal needs to be reset. And I'm like, I do need a $100 to $200, and I could drive all the way over there and look at her issue. But I was just like, oh, I'll just push the red button and see if that fixes the issue. And she's like, boom, pushes the red button. And she's like, oh my God, you're the best. And I was like, fuck. You gotta keep in mind, gas is fucking expensive right now. The cost of doing business has gone up. And I'm over here giving fucking free plumbing advice to people. But that's genuinely the person I am. And that's what I say, where just because you're a good plumber doesn't mean you're gonna be a good business owner. If private equity was doing this, they would have been like, we need to charge you a weekend fee. And I'm just like, dude. And I could have gone to their house and acted stupid and been like, I don't know what it could be, taking apart the garbage disposal. But that's not the type of person I am, which kind of sucks. And I hate the whole sales part. And she was like, and I told her, please write a review because it helps the Google algorithm. But literally, all she did was click the button. I hope that was not a fucking Google lead because that would suck. That means if it was a Google lead that from Google where it's fuck, I forgot. It's because I'm Google verified. So if a customer does call me, they do charge per lead. So if she called me and it was a Google lead, then I literally lost $50 because I told someone how to fix their plumbing issue. Fuck. I didn't even check. I already knew what the problem is. That's how I've been in plumbing so long. I was just like, just click the red button. It should fix it. She's like, it did. Hope it was not a Google lead because that would fucking suck. That means I paid. I would have had to convert that. This is what I mean. Just because you're a good plumber doesn't mean you're going to be good at business. It might have cost me $50 to $100 because Google also records those phone calls. Hope it's not a Google lead. So luckily she wrote a review, which helps a lot to rank on Google. But the thing is, this is like the problem with private equity and me being like a good plumber, because this is how it would have gone in private equity. Number one, they would have booked the call. Number two, they would have tried to send someone to go diagnostic. Number three, they would try to upsell them, be like, hey, you need a new garbage disposal, blah, 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 blah. Or be like, hey, we need to charge you just to show up. Which, like I said, something like that, I already know. Like my brain doesn't let me lie. I'm like, even though I try, just that's how I think, like with mechanics and all these private equity buying out plumbing companies, they just go there and sell. They don't even care. They'll even send some guy that doesn't even know what he's doing, and then be like, because I talk to my friends that are in the plumbing industry, and they're like, yeah, I don't know how to fix it. I'm like, dude, all you had to probably do was this, and they're like, yeah, we just sold them a new one and told them that they needed a new one. And like I said, in the future, I think I would fucking like destroy private equity in the next 2 to 3 years because the way everyone's getting sold out and bought out. But we're not in the future. We're not in 2 to 3 years. Like I ran the data, Claude is saying like 2 to 3 years you're gonna be successful. This is just math, and I'm a big numbers guy, so I trust Claude. But we're going through one of the biggest fucking financial crises that no one's talking about. Literally, my sales have dropped over 60-70%, and like I said, people are calling. Like you said, I got 2 to 3 calls today. The thing is, most people don't have fucking money to pay me right now, and I think being a good person long term and getting genuine reviews and getting genuine recommendation does benefit me, but it takes forever, which right now I need to do is sales, which I fucking hate sales. It's because I'm a plumber. I legit came from commercial. Like if it was up to me, I would be building big commercial TI. The problem is I don't have $500,000 in the bank. If I had $500,000 in my bank, I would be going for TI commercials. That's my strong suit. That's where I could go and make money, be chasing prevailing wage. But I do not have $500,000 in my bank. So the best target of customers are on service, which is usually customers pay right away. It's like I install a water heater, I get paid the same day, which is badass. You do work with contractors or someone, I'm looking 30 to 90 days before I see a single dollar. So that's the quickest way to go bankrupt. And that's why I always say, like, just because you're a good plumber doesn't mean you're gonna be a good business owner. Because like I said, I fucked up. I should have sold, like, should have charged them, tried to get a sale and upsold them. I could have maybe got this customer to pay me $200 to $800 for a new garbage disposal, but that's not the type of person I am. Like I said, in the future, 2 to 3 years, it will work out. But you got to keep in mind, private equity, trying to rank on Google, those motherfuckers have 2 to 3,000 Google reviews. I'm at 83 with this customer because she wrote it on Yelp, and I was like, don't fucking write it on Yelp because Yelp is fake as hell. They if you don't pay them, you don't even rank. So now she's gonna rewrite it on Google, but that will put me up to 83 Google reviews. Before I even rank, I need to be at like 237. How do I know? Because like I said, I run data on everything. I'm more of a, like, the guy on the field, the engineer that actually builds the fucking. I'm not like a promoter, so I already know like all the data. I'm obsessed with the data, so I know I need to be at like at 253. Last time we checked was like a month ago, so I need like 170 fucking Google reviews to rank on that. If I'm getting around 20 to 30 customers, we're looking at 4 to 5 months before we get 20 to 30 customers a month that give me those reviews. So we're looking at 4 to 6 months to even rank on top of Google Maps. Like I said, in 2 to 3 years, that's what Claude is saying. We're gonna be dominating the industry, but like, we're not in 2 to 3 years from now. We're in the fucking future. Gas is about to be $6 to $7. Diesel's like $7. So me going to look at, like I said, even if I wanted to go help this person, it would cost me, like, without paying myself, like $60 to $7 just to go look at it on a Saturday. And then I would be like, hey, I have to charge you a diagnostic fee. It's $250. And if it was just a garbage button, it was like, and all I had to do was click it, they would have been mad. They would be like, damn, dude, like, you couldn't told me over the phone to try this first. Which I did, but like I said, private equity tries to make people sell, like, you need a new garbage disposal, you need to do this. Now they upsell, they train all this, and I'm not that type of person. Which, like I said, I'm just a fucking plumber, which is hurting me because I need to go and sell people, and I hate fucking selling. Unless you want me to be sold. Like, if you told me, like, what's the difference between a tankless and a fucking regular 40-gallon water heater, and then I'll go and straight up give you the whole information, because that's how my fucking brain works. I'll flat out tell customers, yeah, that's kind of stupid. Like, why would you do that? Like, if you want a fucking tankless, I'll take your fucking money, no problem. We'll install fucking tankless, but here's the maintenance issues. You're gonna have this, and they're like, oh, that doesn't make sense exactly. There's some customers who I'm like, yeah, that makes fucking perfect fucking sense to put a tankless water heater. You got 20 motherfuckers living in a fucking 1-bedroom house. Your return rate on your hot water heater, 40-gallon, it's never going to recover. So that's why most of you guys never have a hot water. Because by the time it tries to recover, someone's already draining the hot water. Yeah, like, your house should be a tankless water heater. But that's, like I'm telling you, that's the sales part of me, and that's just the plumber in me. But just because you're a good plumber, and that's what I think the biggest conception is, like, yeah, I'm going to be the best plumber, and everyone is going to recommend me, and everyone's going to give me work because they're going to see how good. And that's the bit. There's a book, the E-Myth Revisited. So he talks about how you got the operator, the tradesperson, and there's like multiple shoes you roll. And most of us, the technician, I'm a good technician, but being a good technician does not help you from not getting calls. Like I said, this is my 3rd call today on a Saturday. I am getting calls. It's just the average person. My average ticket dropped from like $6,000 to like 800, 900, like 70% less sales in the last 2 to 3 months. So when all that happens, I have fixed fucking costs. So I'm hurting right now. So I'm like, fuck, I should have sold it. But the piece of shit in me can't sell. Like, I can't, I mean, I could sell, but I just feel horrible selling people that, especially in this economy. But I think that's what takes you to the next level, that people remember you and you create a fucking brand. And like, I was having this debate with my friend yesterday. I was like, dude, like, there's certain people that can't post certain stuff on on their social web because they work for a company. I'm like, dude, I don't need to get like censor me. I really don't care. Like, yeah, I might say something stupid here or there online, but then my customers don't care. They're just like, well, this guy is a plumber. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he has his fucking opinions on stuff, and that's who I am. I'm just like, I don't really care. I told him, like, dude, what's the point of having money if you don't have freedom? And that's the biggest thing for me, which is like not the money part, it's the freedom part, like the freedom of being able to do what I want. Or something like, if I did work at a company where they would be forcing me to hit my sales numbers, they're like, you need to sell this many, you need to hit like this, I'm like, fuck off, dude, I just want to plumb. Like, and that's why right now I'm like, I work for myself, because even though it's hurting, and in 2 to 3 years, the math is mathy, we're not in 2 to 3 years now, we are in the worst economical state we have ever been. Like, I don't know if it's worse than the Great Depression. I don't fucking know. Like, but if you look at the data, like what my customers say, and I'm reading it, it's fucking bad out there. And I just need to sell, which I might have to go door to door, which I fucking hate. Even though I'm good at, the only thing I could sell is, like I said, the mowing flow, because insurance are requiring. And if I do door to door, because like I said, Google's working. I got 3 calls today, so it's not like people are not calling me. It's the fact that people don't have fucking money to pay me. And like I said, it resonates me with like that person. I was like, oh, I don't want to charge this lady $200 to $300 just to push a fucking button under the garbage disposal, you know. But the plumber in me, no, well, that's the plumber in me talking. But the business inside of me was like, well, you shouldn't be telling the secrets. Just like an electrician for a break. Like, if I have to go and it'll be another thing where you got some customers that are like, they wouldn't even try to go under the garbage disposal and be like, look, I'm not a plumber, I don't want to get electrocuted, everything's wet down there, I want you guys to come out. Then that would be a different story. Then I'll go ahead and do it. But that's what it is.